Hello, dear astrology lovers, and welcome to my new video dedicated to Jupiter's transit through the sign of Leo from June 2026 until July 2027. This is such a powerful transit because Jupiter feels great in this bright, brave, and positive sign ruled by the Sun, so we can expect a significant energy shift collectively and on a personal level as well. First, I will explain the general meaning of this transit and the lessons Jupiter is bringing while moving through Leo. And then we will look at how this energy may manifest personally in your horoscope based on your rising sign. I think it's important to understand the overall energy so you can translate it to your own horoscope. So I believe that even the first part of this video is worth watching. So let's see what Jupiter in Leo represents in general. Jupiter is the great benefic, the planet of luck, protection, growth, and opportunities. And while transiting Leo, it's inviting us to recognize and acknowledge our own potential and become more aware of our gifts and share them with the world, to be more confident and courageous, and most importantly, to be more visible and create opportunities instead of just waiting for them. Jupiter in Leo is anything but modest and never shrinks itself to fit in. It shines brightly, allowing its full potential to shine through, and that's exactly what it wants us to do in the areas of our lives it will be transiting. So, this is our chance to choose growth and expansion. Jupiter in Leo also reminds us that playing small doesn't always serve our growth, and it definitely encourages us to take up space, trust our abilities, and allow ourselves to dream at least a little bit bigger. It's important to understand that this is not about ego, exaggeration, or seeking attention for its own sake. It's definitely not about that. It's about recognizing your potential and having the courage to express it. Leo is also associated with heart, and Jupiter tends to expand wherever it touches. So during this transit, many of us may feel called to live more from the heart and make choices that bring genuine joy and reconnect with what truly inspires us. And Jupiter in Leo definitely teaches us that our talents are meant to be developed and shared, because a gift that remains hidden cannot serve, help, or inspire others. And there is somebody on this planet who might need you, your talent, your skills, and your gifts. So it's good to think about sharing them with the world. And this transit also encourages us to stop doubting ourselves and start using our natural abilities more consciously and more confidently. So, whatever it is that you would like to start, a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, launch your own brand, whatever, this transit is inviting you to be more courageous and do it. And finally, Jupiter in Leo also wants us to embrace creativity and do more of what we truly love. And why is that important? Because finding your passion and sticking to it is often the path toward your life purpose, which is something that Jupiter strongly represents. And life with purpose and without a purpose can't even be compared. And now let's explore what you can expect from this transit in your horoscope. Dear Scorpio Rising, Jupiter will be transiting your 10th house. The 10th house is one of the angular houses, which means Jupiter's influence will be especially visible and strong here. In fact, whatever Jupiter touches tends to grow, especially in such a prominent house. So what can you expect? The first house is the highest point of the horoscope, and it's associated with circumstances that are beyond our control. It is the part of the chart that stands above us. With Jupiter moving through this area, many of you may feel like the wind is finally blowing in your favor. So situations can unfold more smoothly. Helpful opportunities may appear at the right time, and external circumstances can become more supportive in general. This transit often brings the feeling that life is meeting you halfway, which makes it easier to move toward the destination you've been aiming for. This is also one of the most important transits for career, personal achievements, recognition, and overall success. If you've been thinking about changing jobs, applying for a new position, launching a business, or pursuing a more ambitious professional path, this is the time to think big, especially if your natal sun and Jupiter are strong and well placed. Great opportunities could appear and help you significantly move forward. It's important to know that with Jupiter in Leo, you should not diminish your own value and everything you bring to the table when it comes to your work and career. So if you're applying for a new job, apply with ambition, set higher goals and go for them. Also, in your existing career, maybe it's time to ask for a raise or for a higher position, for promotion, and something similar to that. So Jupiter in Leo in your 10th house is inviting you to make that move and embrace opportunities that come to you, but also create opportunities, because some important doors could open in front of you with this transit. So embrace opportunities. And for many of you, this transit can bring promotions and recognitions for the hard work you've done over the years. So not only should you ask for a promotion, but you can also expect promotion to come to you anyway. And as the highest point of the chart, the 10th house also represents your public image, reputation, goals, and accomplishments. When Jupiter moves through this area, people simply tend to notice you more. So, superiors, managers, mentors, and influential individuals may recognize your value and give you opportunities to demonstrate your abilities. And sometimes all you need is an opportunity. With this transit, new doors can suddenly begin to open. You may receive exciting job offers, invitations to take on greater responsibilities, or roles that place you in a more visible position. The 10th house is also connected with authority, leadership, and influence. And some of you may find yourselves stepping into positions where others look to you for guidance or expertise. Jupiter is also connected with titles and growth through knowledge. So, if it's well placed in your natal chart, this transit can bring rewards that genuinely reflect your efforts, qualifications, and personal developments. Because Jupiter in Leo is all about rewards, recognitions, and acknowledgement for your work, values, gifts, talents, and so on. With this transit, there's also sense of momentum. So situations may unfold in ways that help you move toward your goals more efficiently, and circumstances can become more supportive when it comes to your ambitions. The 10th house also represents status and major life milestones. For some, this may coincide with marriage. For others, it could involve receiving an academic degree or professional title, or gaining public recognition, or experiencing a significant change in the way they position themselves in society. It's also good for building your reputation. So the actions you take now can impact your future. So think about how you want to be known and what kind of impact you want to make. And many Scorpio risings may notice that their confidence grows as they see tangible results after years of hard work. Others may finally receive validation for something they have been doing quietly behind the scenes, for example. So it's all about being seen and recognized. And this can also be a time when important goals could become more achievable. For those planning to start a family, this transit can also be very supportive because the 10th house represents the family you are starting with your partner. So it's similar to Jupiter's transit through the 4th house. And last but not least, since the 10th house is very much about your goals and personal achievements, it's important to understand that those achievements don't have to be about your career only, because success in general is deeply personal. Not everyone wants the same things, and not everyone defines achievement in the same way. So it's good to understand that the greatest fulfillment comes from accomplishing what matters to you, not what your parents wanted, not what society expects, or what your friends are pursuing. So, with this transit, ask yourself, what does success mean to me? And whatever your answer is, this is the area of life where Jupiter may help you grow, expand, and reach higher than you thought was possible. So make the most of this transit and give yourself permission to pursue your goals with confidence, no matter what they are. And this is all for Scorpio Rising. I hope this video gave you some useful insights into what Jupiter's transit to Leo may bring into your life over the next year. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more astrology content. And that way you will also help my channel grow, which I will be super grateful for. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a beautiful Jupiter transit through Leo. See you in my next video.